Hello everyone, good night. We are here in
London.
Yes, and I'm very pleased to introduce Oriane Pontuaro. Je pense que le mot qui I think that the word that describes better Oriane, it's an explorer, and that is why she's here to tell us a thought about her path exploring the world. She's been to many continents, many countries, not only for touristic purposes, but to really immerse herself into the culture, into the people, and get to know these places. Thank you, Oriane, for being here.
Thank you.
I think your path, as I mentioned before, is very valuable, especially because you did it many times alone. So I think the question is, first of all, why do you explore so much? What is it within you that pushes you to go out there and explore?
Yeah, so I'd say that I've been used to go out alone when I was like very young, because my parents were really into like me learning new languages. To do so, I had to go like in other countries, and to do so I stayed in host families. So I was alone and in another family in a foreign country, and I really learned how to be alone and meet new people.
Yes.
And speak another language, and so I stepped out of my comfort zone.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed it, so I decided to keep going so.
Yes.
And when I was older, so now I really love traveling, and I try to do it as much as possible when I have like
Yes, I can definitely tell that.
Yeah. So every time I have like free time, I'm trying to go somewhere I've never been. So it could be like really close to France, it could be like
Yes.
Belgium or anything like Spain, but it could be like also another part of the world. So
Yes.
recently I've been to Vietnam.
Yes.
And so yeah, and I also try to do it in different ways. So it could either be like me alone doing some like giving my free time for volunteering, for example, but it could also be like backpacking with friends.
Yes.
And like next time I would be doing it by train, so
Okay.
only train all during in north of Europe.
Yes.
So I try to discover new countries and also new ways of like traveling.
Okay, and I think the biggest question when doing this for a lot of people that might overcomplicate their plans, like what would happen, what would they say, what is your thought process when you are in a new country with so different people in a different culture, so that you can manage to have that experience, because it's you that make the experience, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
how do you manage it?
Yeah, so I do a lot of research.
Okay.
So when I decide to go in another country, I read a lot about like actuality, what is happening right now in the country.
Yes.
I'm also reading like testimonies of other travelers, and mostly female travelers, so that they can tell about like experiences in other countries, whether it's a female friendly country or not.
Yes.
And also I read a lot about history of the country, because to me it's also traveling alone, you need to be open-minded and like open to the culture, and so sometimes it's traveling alone, it helps you to understand the cues if you read about history.
Yes, of course.
And so that's what helps me the most. And I read a lot about where I could stay also.
Yes.
I try to plan my stay as much as possible, and I leave the rest open for discoveries.
Okay.
But first, like the first few days, I try to plan it as much as possible, so that I have a safe place. And afterwards, when I'm here in the country and I meet new people, I can be more open on what to do next.
Okay, that's very interesting, because where I come from, people discourage, especially women, to go out of their comfort zone in unknown environments.
Yeah.
What would you say to those girls that might be in France, afraid of what's out there, or in Ecuador even, or in other countries? What would you say to them to encourage them to explore? Because I've known you for 4 years, like ever since we met in Luxembourg, and the growth is evident. Like all your experiences that you have accumulated, not only professionally but also in terms of experiences, it's outstanding.
Yeah.
What would you say to them?
I feel that the more you go out, the more you will be ease outside. So just try and go step by step. So I started to go like in places that I felt were safe for me. So for example, I started to go like just countries close to France. And then when I was used to it, I was willing to go and keep going in other countries. And so for those who are like fearing or have doubts, my advice is just try in your safe place first, and you will enjoy it, and so you will just find it way easier to go somewhere you've never been afterwards, because you've done the first steps, and so you will have like all the cues, and you will know what to do and how to react in case of like emergencies and stuff.
Yes.
And so it will be it will require less courage and just fun.
It will be like training for.
Yeah, exactly.
You start small and then
steps, and then you go bigger steps, and then just you can even travel alone, and it will be fun.
Yes, absolutely. It's so impressive, the countries and the different experiences that Oriane has had in her journey. I would like to close by just opening the floor for you to give a last piece of advice from your experience to people. What would you tell yourself when you were about to take that first step and doubting?
I was just asking myself, why am I doing this? Is it for fun? And if I think I will have fun, then I'm like, okay, I'm just willing to go for it 100%, and then just like go and have fun. And that's the most important. If it takes more fear, then it won't be fun. So just like take out everything and just do it for fun.
Okay, thank you very much. So Oriane, she is the testament that it is possible, that you can go out there and you can explore. And especially being a woman, she's done many experiences alone, so do your research, take small steps, and the world is there, open. We are here in London, we were at some point in Luxembourg, and who knows where we might be next. Yeah. Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
So I usually finish the video saying, that is it for today, see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Would you like to say it?
Yeah. That is it for today. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Merci, vraiment. Merci beaucoup.